Today we are exploring the world with another modern retro digital camera. This time it's the Lola. I'm a bird repellent, dude. Where are you guys at? Now before we get started, you might be having two questions. One, does it take good shots? And two, why would I purchase this when I can get an actual retro compact digital camera for probably cheaper or around the same price? And to that I say, I don't know. I haven't actually used the camera yet, so we're gonna figure this out in real time. I'm not trying to clickbait you or anything. That's just how I like to do my reviews. It's a catch-22 for me, whereas, yeah, it's pretty cool that people are starting to break apart from the monotony of high-spec megapixel war cameras and go for different looking shots, even if they are lowbrow. But on the other side of things, you start getting cameras that are a little bit suspicious to me, and this might be one of them. Now, I don't have the specs on me, but right out of the box, yes, this camera looks good. It comes with a nice aesthetic, the packaging is great, and the marketing is more towards the feminine side of things. I mean, you can be any old Tom, Dick, and Jane to use this. I, for one, am the former of the two, but after using this camera for even just 10 seconds, it seems a little bit sus, because when you turn it on, you'll notice it says 55 megapixels, 4K shooting, and you're thinking, all for $100? What? Is that true? I doubt it. It's already reading off like one of those cheap Temu or Amazon cameras that you can buy for $40. But we'll keep going. Now here is the movie. We recorded 2.3K. And if my inkling is correct, this isn't actually 2.7K. It's more of a gimmick that you would see on like an Amazon camera. Also, I might just be talking to myself because I don't even know if this records audio. We will. Now again, this is claiming 55 megapixels, and there's kind of a digital zoom in here, but at any rate, if that's the case, that little turtle out there should look okay-ish in post-production. We will see. Much like the CamSnap camera, the Lola was designed with presence in mind, meaning you're not going to be flipping through the menus, worrying about your settings, or have any raw modes for that matter. You're just going to be shooting in the moment and concentrating on having fun. Now, much like the CamSnap camera, this also shares a pinhole-like lens and probably the same megapixel count, if we're being honest. But what separates this from, say, the CamSnap, aside from the almost double price point difference, is the fact that this has a screen. Now, just because the Lola has a screen doesn't mean it's a good one. Now, I'm not complaining by any means because it's honestly pretty on point with the retro digital camera. Just know that it is a bit dim in the daylight. That is loud, right? Now, not that it really applies here, but one thing that I would like this camera to have that I'm not seeing in the menus, and correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, is a silent shooting mode, because I like to do a lot of street photography, and this could just bring eyes on me, which I don't really want if I'm out in the streets, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, Toby. How we doing, Bobby?
So at the top of this video, I posed 2 questions. 1, can you get good shots with the Lola camera? And 2, is it worth that $100 plus price point, especially when there's a huge back catalog of actual retro digital cameras that you can purchase on the market today? Now, to answer that first question, of course you can get some nice looking shots, which is subjective, of course. If you're looking for that low-brow, high-gain guttural image, this can do it because it has a pinhole-like lens, a micro sensor, and an actual low-ish megapixel count, despite what that 55 MP says, right? Now, that second question I want to answer is this camera worth that $100 plus price point when there's a huge back catalog of actual compact retro digital cameras on the market today? Now, I don't want to be that YouTuber, and I'm guilty of it, of course, that leaves you on an equivocal, open-ended answer because I want some sort of affiliates or advertisers to come to me for their videos. I don't want to do that. I hate watching that, and I'm going to steer away from that going forward. Now, let me bump this by saying this is also just my opinion, but why would you purchase this bullshit camera? Pardon my French. The reason I say that is because I use a little bit of my journalism degree. Yes, I do use it sometimes. And I did some investigating, i.e. Googling, and I found some cameras that are very, very, very similar, if not absolutely identical to the Lola in every way except for that red Lola badge. Now, these cameras are found on eBay, Temu, and Amazon, sites like that. The only difference, aside from the badge, is the price point, and these were coming in at about $35. Yes, under 50 bones. Now, this Lola is $110 brand spanking new. They also share that 55 megapixel count, the same ergonomics, stippling. They even make the same sounds, same menu layout, but this is about 3 times the price. So why would you pick this up? Now you're probably asking, Matt, why did you pick it up if it frustrates you so much? Well, honestly, I should have did a little bit more research beforehand. Again, the marketing was very slick. It looks great. Everything on the website's clean, and it's catered to a very certain demographic. It looks beautiful, right? But what you're purchasing is that. It's just the marketing. The camera itself has no specific color signs. They didn't do anything to it, to my knowledge, except put a badge on it and bundle it up, send it out. So is it worth the price point? To me, it isn't. I get the hustle. Make your money any way you can, but I feel like this is just a scam. What you're doing is you're purchasing bulk cameras, putting a badge on it, sending it out to someone else for 3 times the price, and you're just profiting off of that. Especially because these cameras can be purchased off of Amazon. They just don't have that name that you're looking for. It doesn't do 55 megapixels. There's no actual zoom. 4K is not actually an option, so I don't know why that's even on there. I feel like this is all just AI generated and I was tricked, right? So what am I going to do about it? I purchased this camera so you don't have to, and I'm here to recommend some actual good cameras to you that can do the same things. In fact, I've covered some. The Holga, there's a Camp Snap out there that's cheaper than this. It actually has some interesting ergonomics, and to my knowledge, it wasn't a Temu purchase and drop shipped to whoever around the world. And going forward, I'm going to be going over some more camera thrift cameras that I can recommend to you that are cheaper, under $100, that can do what this can, even better. We're going to try to uncover some actual gems that have color signs, backing, and a heritage behind them. Not just some slick marketing that you're going to get all the hipsters and influencers to buy, right? So, would I recommend the Lola? No. Nope. No. I can see why, but no. Yes, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.